Hey guys, it's Alex here with the local lowdown outside of Main Street Studios, and I am here today talking with the Midroom Drifters. Would you mind introducing yourself?
Hi, I'm Christian Fadale. The other two members are Owen Richter and Zach Fadale, my brother. Yeah.
Sweet. Well, welcome to Fredonia.
Thank you very much.
So the band was formed in about 2014-ish. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Right. And you guys were playing the 4th of July festival around the Cherry Grove, South Dayton area? Is that one
Yeah,
correct?
Cherry Creek. I grew up in Cherry Creek, actually, South Dayton area.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Your first release came out in 2020. What made you guys decide you wanted to pursue the band after such a long time after its formation?
We had, so 2014, we played that original gig, just kind of like, we had been practicing, in high school, and we're like, okay, we should probably just do this. 2020, we had, between 2014 and 2020, we had written the songs for the first album or whatever, just kind of for fun. And then 2020, and we're all home after college, or Owen and I were out of college, but Zach was just getting into sound recording. So he knew Pro Tools and all that. So he was like, guys, I could record our songs. And we're like, well, let's just do it. So we did that, and then we did the second album literally the next year because we were like, okay, this is great. Let's do this more often.
Yeah. Your second album, Nice While It Lasts, it was released in 2021, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What were your main inspirations for the overall tone of that album?
So for that album, I can say that the first album, we kind of were that was our emo punk rock kid in us from high school that wanted to write that. The second one, it's tough to say because it just felt older. This is stuff that we wanted to write. We're the first album we did, we're okay, this is what younger us would have wanted us to write, but now we want to write this stuff. I think us going to college and kind of experiencing new friendships and coming back was it's nice to be here, with my old friends, and I don't know, it was sort of just a natural evolution of what we of our style and our sound,
Yeah. That album art, though, personally, I feel the album art, definitely fits the tone of that older, distant dissatisfaction. I gotta ask though. Now, I don't know if you just got this image off the internet or something. No.
We did not.
Am I correct in that it is the St. Philip's Church in Charleston, South Carolina?
Owen would know because he took the picture.
Owen would know?
I think it is. I think he took a vacation there and he took a picture of that church.
I felt like I recognized that church from somewhere. I visited, a family member in Carolina, so I was like, that kind of, how did that come about? Why did you choose that image in particular?
I think, trying to remember the conversation we had. Owen basically came back from his, he was college and went with his friends, came back, and he I'm pretty sure he just came into practice. He's like, guys, look at this photo. And we're like, oh, that's great. Let's use that. It wasn't this big, oh my God, it has such a it was just that's a good photo. Let's put some filters on it.
Some of the best album art out there is just exactly that.
Oh, yeah.
So correct me if I'm wrong, you guys are based out of South Dayton, right?
We are.
So being, in South Dayton, what does it mean, to be able to play in local venues like Fredonia, especially considering Chautauqua was kind of more of a sparsely populated area? What does it mean to have a local venue so close to home?
It's great, really. It's tough because we're used to playing for older, our parents' age and their parents' age. So we had a very specific songs that we would cover because okay, they know these songs. This is stuff we want to play, but we got to mix it up. Here we're just I'm pretty sure we can play what we want to play here. What we really want to, and it worked. It was awesome. Love it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
One final question. Besides being the guy who runs all the tech here at the local lowdown, I love me some good merchandise. And I know you guys have some CDs
Yes.
in stock. But I got to ask, are there any other plans for maybe some new merchandise? Maybe some T-shirts? Maybe, I don't know, a cassette, perhaps?
We definitely, my friend actually just brought it up. We were over there right after this gig. And he was like, guys, you need to make T-shirts. And we're like, okay, yeah, we probably should. Because we're not used to stuff selling. Mm-hmm. So when people were starting to buy the CDs, we're like, oh, this happens to us. Okay. I think the t-shirts, we're going to try to figure out a logo because we don't have an official logo yet. So that'd be fun to put on a t-shirt.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming by Fredonia and talking to me.
Yeah, of course.
Outside of this very, very hot evening outside of Main
Yeah, I know,
Studios.
dude.
But this has been the Local Lowdown with Alex, and we'll see you in the next field interview. Oh!